For mGovernment to work, of course it can work for that 40% of the population, but in large parts of Africa, mobile communication penetration, I should rather say, is in the area of 15 to 20%. Mr. Parish Mashili said that fiber is the answer, and for sure fiber is the answer, but how will we get fiber to all these people in Africa at a cost which they can eventually afford? And once we've put it in place, how are we going to maintain it?
Wireless and optical network do complement each other. When I related to fiber, I was talking about the backbone, not the access network. There's a difference between backbone and access. And because we are in need of the broadest bandwidth available from the technology that we have currently is fiber.
I'm a firm believer in appropriate technologies. I don't think it is only fiber or it's only wireless. I think it will be a mix of all and depend on what's available.
In a way, yeah, ascertain exactly what service the citizens are looking for, because I find 9 out of 10 we tend to be technology driven. Because we have the technology, we then conjure up services that we want to render to the communities, even if those services are not necessary.
Thank you for attending. Was the event useful for you?
Yes, as I said in the beginning, my country is very upbeat in putting into use the e-technology, and I can assure you that this session has been very, very fruitful to us, particularly for me and my entire delegation and my technical staff. And we are going home richer than we came.
So do you feel that this event, in terms of your work with ICASA, will be useful for you in terms of your future work?
Not only useful, I think it is relevant, and I think it was educational, and I think it has given me far much more knowledge and information that I hope to translate into implementation.
Is the forum useful for you?
It was definitely useful for me. In fact, it was an eye-opener. Definitely, I've benefited quite a lot.
Were there any particular panelists whose views you found of particular use or of interest to you?
In fact, I would say the Namibians, and as well as the South African regulator. And indeed, also I gained from other members of the panel. Definitely, the information I gained from the panelists was very, very useful.
And in terms of Global Voice now in Africa, how do you feel that this forum will help you in terms of your work and your approach to the region?
Well, I mean, I think it opens a lot of possibilities in terms of obviously the people who are present at the event. Also, some of the ideas that were discussed obviously will leave us as a company a lot of room for thought and food for thought in terms of some of the issues that we need to address as private enterprises and how we can really assist better in what we do. Really,
do you feel that this kind of forum will help you in terms of your future approach to the region and your work in Africa?
I think it gives us a good understanding of perhaps how to approach government regulation. It emphasises some of the difficulties, I guess, that they have and Africa has as a whole in terms of trying to get some kind of standardised approach as to providing services both within urban and rural communities.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for your involvement. Do you feel like this forum will help you and be of assistance in terms of your formulating your future strategies for telecom in Namibia?
I think it confirmed that the way we approach our future strategies are correct.
First of all, thank you very much for attending. Was the forum useful for you?
Most definitely, in the sense that we are presently at the NCC busy restructuring with the new communications bill that have to come in. I think this platform was very informative, and that we can use it as a guideline as a way to move.
And we covered quite a broad range of topics throughout the discussion, of course. Were there any issues that we covered that you found of particular interest or relevance to you?
Yeah, I thought the experiences of different people in the different countries on the continent very interesting, very useful, something that I would definitely consider and take back.